Pink power suits, mini purses, and sorority sparkle, the last things anyone expects to see in a 1L classroom. So why does Legally Blonde still feel strangely familiar to first-year law students? Probably because the movie is referenced by professors in actual law classrooms.
Hi guys, I'm Reese Jensen.
And I'm Ashley Humphries.
Welcome to Hearsay Anyway, a podcast that aims to simplify the legalese, share the inside scoop on a legal career, and dive into all your legal questions.
Hey, I'm Irina Jensen, office manager and producer of this episode, and I'll be asking today's questions. In our last episode, you both shared your admissions process regarding applications and taking the LSAT. Were there any differences in Elle Woods' admissions process that stood out to you?
I did not submit a video essay. Didn't see that as an option, so mine was just a normal personal statement. I don't know how you would even submit a video. When she goes to law school and when she gets in, everyone's like, I can't believe you got in. Like, who let you in here? She was president of her sorority. She was a straight A student and basically a business degree, like fashion merchandising, which is basically a business degree.
It is, okay. I'll give you that.
Even though she did take history of polka dots. I don't think I had a business degree. I don't think I ever took that.
Yeah.
She scored really well. Like, she has all of these things that make it so that if you heard that on paper about literally anyone else, you'd be like, oh yeah, of course you got into Harvard.
Right. I think a major difference, of course, was that Elle went with certain intentions that maybe I didn't have.
You weren't chasing the guy that just broke up with you.
Not particularly. But I think maybe a similarity is just how hard she studied for the LSAT. That was a really hard test. So, and also in the movie, I noticed she did take a lot of proctored practice tests. So she had her sorority sister be like, okay, that's time. That's genuinely a really good way to study.
Let's go into some scene breakdowns. There's a moment during Elle's first class where the professor opens up a group discussion, calls on Elle to answer, and she answers incorrectly. This is referred to as cold calling in the Socratic method. What is the purpose of cold calling, and is it as intense as it seems?
That scene makes cold calling seem really intimidating. And it's true. I don't think the professors are always that mean. I don't know that I've ever had a mean professor for cold calling that throws you out of class or whatever.
I did have one mean professor.
Oh.
Yeah. Just not as friendly if you got it wrong. Kind of reminding you that you need to be prepared.
That's a good point. But my heart always pounds. I always get really nervous anytime I'm on call or don't know if I'm going to get cold called or not.
No, it is. I mean, I think part of it also is 1L classes are large. So you literally have a room full of people staring at you. And your brain has to work.
And anytime someone else gets a question wrong, it's never a big deal, and I never think less of them.
Reclaiming Paulette's dog. Elle launches into her big legalese speech, and during this scene, how accurate is the language she uses?
So in the scene, I'm going to say this monologue that she gives.
Let's do it.
Are you ready? Okay. As Miss Bonafonte's attorney, I'm here to discuss the legal situation at hand. Do you understand what subject matter jurisdiction is? Well, due to habeas corpus, you and Miss Bonafonte had a common law marriage, which entitles her to what is legally referred to as an equitable division of the assets. Due to the fact that you retained this residence, Miss Bonafonte is entitled to full canine property ownership, and we will be enforcing said ownership right now.
There's lots of unpack there.
So this scene I had played for me in my ethics class because it was actually a pretty big ethical violation because she was not
an attorney.
That's against the rules. It's just so many buzzwords that you do learn in 1L that she would know, but none of it makes sense. She knows that this guy does not know what any of it means, just trying to intimidate him.
Which is perfect for this scene. There's nothing to do with habeas corpus right there. Genuinely nothing.
So, okay, I've got a question for you because they're talking about this ownership of this dog and this supposed common law marriage. As someone who's sort of in the family law space, how would that actually be handled?
I thought it was kind of fascinating because that is how dogs are viewed in Colorado, is as property. It's also funny, just with Colorado law, it made me think of this change that's recent where the courts now consider what's in the dog's best interest.
How does one do that?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm really not sure. Who has more peanut butter in the fridge?
Who does the dog love more?
Not sure, but that scene is hilarious.
Okay. One of the last scenes I wanted to go into is how Elle Woods and other classmates are brought on to a high-profile murder case, and Elle Woods ends up representing their client in court. How realistic would it be for 1L to appear in court and also do this kind of work on a case?
Well, I think it's just in general pretty comical. Just the idea that 1L in your second semester. There's no way on a murder trial that would be happening, especially she's cross-examining witnesses.
Well, at our law school, they don't even let you do any kind of legal work while you're in your first year.
I just feel like you just don't know enough.
I believe in your third year of law school, you can do some client work. It's obviously highly supervised. I think it probably violates a lot of ethical rules.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy, but it makes a really good movie.
A big takeaway from her experience doing that prestigious internship and representing that client that is real world is that even if you don't have enough experience, you can still have the drive to work hard and learn for your client. You can also still have the good ideas. She's the one that came up with the idea about how to save her client. And so you can still have that original thinking and kind of can come at it with this new perspective like Elle Woods did.
Overall, how has Legally Blonde and Elle Woods' experiences resonate with your own?
I think the general idea that she's sort of this fish out of water, thrown into this new situation where she doesn't know anything. She eventually learns how to study, learns what the methods are that are best for her, finds her friends, finds her study group. I think that resonates with me because I also felt like a fish out of water and slowly have figured out how all of that works for myself.
I think I could agree with that. You go into law school knowing so little, knowing even so few people, that it's hard to kind of grasp where you are, what you're doing, and really all of the one else are together in their confusion. And then how much she's sitting on her floor reading. That's like exactly how I study, reading with my little cat next to me, just like Bruiser.
Hopefully we don't have any Vivians preying on our downfall.
No, I don't think we do.
Or professors kicking us out of class.
So yeah, that would have actually scared me. Well, I learned a lot today.
Me too.
I thought that was a really fun discussion. Talking about Legally Blonde is always a good time.
I'll talk about Elle Woods any day.
And to our listeners, I hope you learned more about what law school is really like, certainly what your 1L year might be like if you're considering law school. Thank you so much for listening to Hearsay Anyway. Stay tuned for more.